Welcome to the deep dive. Think about transforming your day, your interactions, maybe even how you see yourself, and doing it just by changing a few words. Words you probably say, I don't know, dozens of times a day.
Yeah, that sounds almost too simple, right?
Exactly. We're diving into the power hidden in that question you hear constantly, maybe 10, maybe even 50 times a day. How are you?
It seems so trivial, just, a social thing we do. But this deep dive, we're going to unpack how that really short automatic response actually reveals quite a lot. And it even shapes your attitude, your energy, and, well, your results too. It's like a powerful habit hiding in plain sight.
Right. So our mission today is really to explore the effects, both the immediate ones and the longer term ones of how we answer that question. We'll look at the three kinds of responses our sources point to and really get why choosing your words matters. It's not just being polite.
No, not at all. It's about genuinely impacting your own life and, the energy you bring into a room, the energy you give to others.
Okay, let's get into it then. So someone asks, "How are you?" That quick thing you say back. It's way more than just going through the motions. Our sources show it's a really significant part of our daily chat that says a lot about us, about our attitude deep down.
It's pretty interesting, actually. These everyday answers, they seem to fall into, well, three main categories. You've got your negative ones, your sort of mediocre ones, and then the positive ones.
Hmm.
And each type, as our research suggests, kind of sends out ripples, not just outwards, but back towards you, too.
Let's start with the first one. The negative replies. We all hear these, maybe we even say them sometimes, like lousy, terrible, or I'm just so tired.
Oh, yeah. Or, it's not my day, that classic, thank God it's Friday.
Right. And maybe the worst one, don't ask.
Ah, don't ask. The source material really highlights that one. The person asking immediately thinks, uh-oh, what did I just do?
Hmm.
Because often the person who says don't ask is just, well, ready to unload a whole list of complaints.
Totally. Turns a simple hello into something else.
You just want to back away slowly.
And that thank God it's Friday thing, if you stop and think about it, it's actually kind of, well, depressing, isn't it?
It really is. It implies Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
They're all basically bad.
Yeah, like 4/5 of your working life is just lousy. And Friday's only okay because the weekend's coming.
Is that really, a good way to live? Wishing away most of your time?
Our sources even touch on this idea, linguistic relativity.
Yeah.
The language we use doesn't just describe things.
It shapes them.
Right.
So when you keep saying these negative things, you're not just reporting how you feel.
You're kind of wiring your brain to feel that way more often, poisoning your own attitude and turning people off, too.
Exactly. Okay, so moving up a level, you get the mediocre replies.
The mez zone.
Pretty much. Like,
And
I'm okay or not too bad.
could be worse. Same old, same old.
Hanging in there. Or just a flat. Fine.
Ugh, not too bad. You hear that and you just feel the energy dip, don't you?
You do. And do you really want to spend a lot of time with someone whose baseline is just not too bad?
Probably not. Or, do business with them. Our sources make a good point here. Using these words actually lowers your own energy.
Yeah, can you picture someone saying, could be worse, while standing up straight, full of enthusiasm? It just doesn't fit.
It feels physically wrong, almost.
And the connection seems pretty clear. People who use mediocre words tend to develop a mediocre attitude. And guess what?
They get mediocre results. It's a cycle.
A subtle one, but yeah, it seems to be a self-feeding loop.
Okay, so that brings us to the third category, the one we should probably all be aiming for, positive replies.
Yes. This is things like terrific, fantastic, great,
Excellent, super, maybe even I'm on top of the world.
or just as simple, it doesn't get any better.
People who talk like this, they often seem to have that bounce in their step. You actually feel better being around them.
Definitely. And think about it for yourself. Just hearing those positive words versus the negative or mediocre ones, you can almost feel a difference inside, can't you? A positive list kind of perks you up.
Yeah, it energizes you, while the others just kind of bum you out.
It reminds me of that saying, everybody lights up a room
Some when they walk into the room?
and some when they walk out. And the goal here is definitely to be the first kind. You want to light it up when you walk in.
Okay, so we've got the categories. Negative, mediocre, positive. But it's not just the labels, is it? It's what these words do to us. Physically, even.
Right, this is where it gets really interesting, I think. When you say something negative or just mediocre, it actually affects your body. You tend to, slump a bit,
Yeah.
shoulders drop, head down. You look more closed off.
And research backs this up, right? This whole embodied cognition thing. How posture affects mood.
Exactly. It's a feedback loop.
Mhm.
Body influences mind. Mind influences body. And emotionally, well, if you say you're lousy, guess what? You actually start to feel more lousy, more down in the dumps,
Because the negative words, the negative thoughts, they generate negative feelings.
which eventually often lead to negative results.
Yeah.
It all connects.
But flip that around. If you say excellent or terrific,
Mm.
and you say it with some energy,
Your whole physiology changes. You stand taller, you see more open. People are drawn to that.
yeah, it can genuinely improve things, business, personal life, all of it.
And the really critical thing here, the insight from our sources is, this is often just a habit, an unconscious thing we learned ages ago.
Like a default setting.
Precisely.
Mhm.
But the powerful part is, you can choose to change it. You're not stuck with that old program.
That's a huge realization. But okay, what about authenticity? What if you genuinely don't feel terrific? Are you supposed to just lie?
That's a really common question and a fair one.
Yeah.
The sources tackle this head on. They argue it's not really about lying, it's about focus.
Focus. How so?
It ties into that idea, the self-fulfilling prophecy. We tend to get what we expect. So if you're constantly saying, ugh, everything's terrible, your brain actually starts looking for evidence to prove you right.
It filters your reality to match your words.
Kind of. But if you consciously repeatedly say things like, life is wonderful, or even just, things are looking up, your mind starts to, well, steer you in that direction.
Okay, I get that. It's not like saying, I'm rich makes money appear.
No, unfortunately not. But it sets a principle in motion. It shifts your internal compass.
One of the authors we looked at shared a really personal story about this. Said for like 15 years, his go-to answer was just, okay, delivered with zero energy.
Yeah, and he realized he was basically programming himself for an okay life,
Yeah.
okay attitude, okay relationships, just okay.
And then he made a switch.
He did. He started saying, terrific. He said he forced himself at first, put energy into it, admitted it felt weird. People looked at him funny sometimes.
I can imagine. Bit jarring, maybe?
But after about a week, he said it started feeling natural. And the amazing thing, he genuinely felt better inside. And people responded differently. They engaged more, seemed more interested.
And the point he made was, this isn't complicated stuff.
Not at all. It's not rocket science. Doesn't take talent or money or looks. Just a conscious choice.
Okay, but back to that what if I feel bad point. Let's use an example. Say, Sally.
Okay, Sally.
Sally feels tired. Genuinely run down. Someone asks how she is and she says, honestly, I'm tired.
Right. Happens all the time.
So what happens next? Well, saying it reinforces it. She probably feels more tired, maybe slumps a bit more. Her day is likely less productive.
And the person who asked, they probably feel a bit drained too, picking up on that low energy.
Exactly. But now, let's say Sally, still feeling exhausted, gets home, checks her email, or maybe a lottery ticket.
Uh-oh, where is this going?
She just won $10 million.
Okay.
What does Sally do now? The Sally who was so tired just moments ago.
She's bouncing off the walls, screaming, jumping, calling everyone she knows, suddenly full of energy.
Right. Probably stays up all night planning her new life. So what changed in those 10 seconds?
Did she suddenly get 8 hours of sleep? Or chug a pot of coffee?
Nope. It was purely mental, wasn't it?
Completely. The fatigue she felt was real, sure, but maybe it wasn't just physical. Maybe a big chunk of it was mental.
So she could focus on the fatigue, or she could have, even before the lottery win, chosen to focus on other things, the good things in her life.
Precisely. How we feel. It's often really subjective. If we tell ourselves we're tired, guess what? We feel tired.
And if we tell ourselves we feel terrific,
We start to feel more energized. It really does come back to that core idea. We become what we think about, and importantly, what we say.
So, okay, here's a challenge for you listening. A deep dive challenge. An experiment.
I like experiments.
For the next month, just try this. Whenever anyone asks, how are you? Could be anyone. Work colleague, cashier, friend. Answer with energy. Enthusiasm. Say great or terrific. Put a smile in your voice, even if you have to kind of fake it till you make it at first.
This is that act as if principle in action, isn't it? If you want a quality, act as if you already have it.
Exactly. Want to be more positive. Act as if you are. You'll likely find yourself actually becoming more positive.
Now, it might feel a bit awkward initially,
Mhm.
like wearing shoes that aren't quite broken in yet. That's totally normal.
The key is just sticking with it, right? Commit to the experiment for the month.
And what can you expect? Well, you probably notice pretty quickly that you genuinely start to feel better yourself.
And that others react differently. They want to be around you more. That positive energy is attractive.
And don't be surprised if positive results start showing up in other areas of your life too. It really can have that ripple effect.
It sounds so simple, but it's entirely within your control.
So we've really dug into how that tiny everyday question, how are you, is actually this huge leverage point for your attitude, your energy levels, even, the outcomes you get in life. It's a powerful tool hiding right there in conversation.
Makes you think, doesn't it? How many little opportunities might you be missing? How much energy might you be unintentionally draining from yourself and from others just by the words you choose in those quick passing moments? What could happen? What doors might open if you made a conscious choice, starting today, to light up every room you walk into with your response?